Hi, welcome to video 2. In our last video, we looked at how to set up the front end sheet or file and the back end file so that we could separate the formula from the place where we put our data and collect our reports. We're going to be spending our time looking at the report front end in this video, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at something called a VLOOKUP or a vertical lookup. We're going to look at a conditional formatting whereby we can assign a color to a grade, and then we're going to be looking at copying and pasting down the column and stopping some of the errors that come up, and we're going to try and suggest or create a formula that will blank a cell if an error does come up, so you don't have a spreadsheet that's just full of NAs or errors. Okay, so the background would be, in Unit 2, assessment is carried out through a test, and Billy Arbuckle on row 7 has scored, let's say, 25%. Okay, what do we do with this? Well, that is just the percentage, and we want to convert that into a grade. We're going to do something called a VLOOKUP. Now, the vertical lookup is going to take this number, 25, it's going to marry that number with a grade, and then it's going to bring it back and give you a grade as your theory. Now, before we start this, 0 means that you didn't do the test. So I don't think that's an F. Instead, I'm going to put that as a 1. And it will actually help me later on. You may see why, or you could try it yourself. Okay, so, as I was saying, Billy has been awarded 25%, and now let's convert that into a grade. So, we're going to hit the equals, and we're going to say VLOOKUP. Let's click that there. Now it's saying, well, where am I going to get this information from? So we're going to say, well, you're going to get it from here, I7. And when we're happy with that, we're going to press comma. And now it's asking for a range. Well, the range is over here. So we're going to look at this range in the VLOOKUPs sheet. And as you can see, I've named that sheet VLOOKUP for my own ease. Now it's going to look at the range G7 to H12. So there's G7 there, and there's H12 there. And we want it to take the information that it gets in the second column and bring that back. So I'm going to close that and enter. So there you go, 25% is an F. Let's have a look. Okay, so well, 32 is an E, so lower than 32 is an F. Well, let's say Billy does some revision, a little bit of homework, and gets 100%. He's got an A. Now this is good, but when you've got a spreadsheet full of data, you need some things to stand out. Maybe if Billy gets 2%, you want to know about that straight away. So why don't we say, if Billy gets an F, let's make it red, so it will really jump out, and you'll be able to see that poor Mr. Arbuckle here may need a little bit of help. Okay, to do that, we're going to go to Format, Format, Conditional Formatting, and we're going to say, format the cell. If the cell, if the text inside the cell is F, then I want you to go bright red. Okay, so let's say he gets 33. That's an E. Let's say he gets 2. That's an F. Okay, well, E's pretty bad as well. So nothing's happening for E. Well, okay, so what we can do is we just add another rule and do it again. So the text is exactly E. I want you to go red. Do you want the same colour red? Well, it's not as bad. So let's just do it a lighter shade of red so it doesn't jump out at you as much. Well, what if Billy gets a D? Okay, well, if the text is exactly D, then how about we also go a little bit pinky? Okay, let's find out. So 33 E 2 F, he's getting better. That's probably about 40, about 46. There you go, D. Washed out green. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So, 75 B. Okay, so you can see how that works. Let's have a look at some of the errors. Okay, you want to take this and you want to stretch it all the way down or copy and paste. So let's stretch it all the way down first. Okay, ignore the NAs for now. We'll sort that out later. So 45 there, D, okay. 32 there. Well, nothing's going on. What's happened? Okay, let's have a look. The original formula was, if I look at I7, and then I go to my VLOOKUPs, have a look at this range, take the value in the second column, then it's going to convert this. Look carefully here as I go down, G8. You see, what it's done is it said, okay, well, you want to look at the details on the 7th row, so below you want to look at the 8th row and the 9th row and the 10th row and so on. So we need to stop that because that's not going to help us out. So I'm going to just undo this, and what we're going to do, instead of just leaving it at G7, we're going to put the $sign there. So G$7 and H$12. Press enter. The formula is still working. Drop it down. Again, ignore the NAs. And as you can see, G$7 is not changing. Neither is H. Let's start putting some details in. 46, okay. 2, yes. 89, good. 55, okay, above average. And you can see that now it's starting to work. Okay, let's get rid of these NAs. Well, you can see here the comment says error, did not find a value in VLOOKUP. Okay, so if there's an error, we don't want to say anything. So let's have a look at this formula here. We've got equals, vertical lookup, I7 vertical, go there, have a look at this range, take the value from column number 2. But I want to say, now, if there's an error, then I want you, comma, to display a string, and in that string is nothing. Okay, let's have a look now. So I'm going to copy that all the way down, and now it's blank. And we're just going to put those borders back in because I'm a bit obsessive compulsive at the moment. And we're 45, and there you go. So that just clears it up and makes it a bit neater. I'm going to copy and paste that and drag it down there. And as you can see, if error, lookup, these haven't changed. That's not going to be. I mean, you could say here, okay, if an error, then say no data. And there you go, no data found. I'll leave that up to you. Okay, well, I hope you found that a little bit useful, just to get some percentages, turn them into letters, and make them colourful. In our next video, let me just check. In our next video, video 3, we're going to look at linking and communicating between files, not just sheets. In this video, video 2, we looked at the different sheets, form 7 in this case, and VLOOKUPs. In our next video, we're going to look at the front end talking to the back end. Okay, so we're going to be looking at that.